What is up, guys and gals? Today on Project GR Supra Manual, we are here at Apex Auto Detailing with the owner Jimmy, and Jimmy's taking care of all the PPF work, ceramic coating on the car for me, and his shop is so awesome, and his whole setup here is just unbelievable. You have to see it in person, but we want to share that with you guys. And I love Jimmy's backstory, how he got into this, and I want everybody to know about him because I think this is a hidden gem here in Portland, Connecticut. So Jimmy, the shop is unbelievable.
Thank you, Quinn.
Tell me a little bit about how you got started. What brought you into this line of work?
So I started doing this when I was 16. I started detailing cars out of my dad's garage.
Awesome.
And then did that for about a year or so. And then I bought a van and started doing it mobily, going to people's homes, offices, you know, whatnot, detailing cars. And then I got into the ceramic coatings, things that take multiple days, paint corrections, and I started looking for a shop, and that's how I ended up here.
So you went from out of dad's garage, mobile detailing service, and then you how long did you do that for before you came to a place like this?
That was when I was 16 to 18, so maybe a little longer. Maybe I was 19 when I got here.
Awesome.
It was 2018. It's 2024 now. So.
Love it.
Absolutely.
If it's not apparent on camera, I have a few years on Jimmy. But I mean, dude, your work is phenomenal. The shop setup is awesome.
Thank you.
So outside of PPF, which is that your main line of business?
It is. So
what else do you offer?
Paint protection film, ceramic coatings, window tint, basic detailing. You know, it's not really our forte as much anymore.
Yep.
Because we kind of progress in, you know, offering new car protection.
Yep.
And we also offer, you know, car storage, which is out here.
Awesome. And you do a lot of OEM work too, right? For brand new cars?
Yeah, we do some work for Porsche. We do a little bit of work for, you know, BMW dealership in Hartford occasionally.
Yeah.
From time to time we'll get, you know, work bouncing from other dealerships as well.
Very nice.
Absolutely.
So tell me a little bit about what you're doing to my car. Because I brought it to you and I said, Jimmy, I'm a grassroots guy. All my cars are runners. They have chips everywhere because I drive them. This is my first brand new car. I want to protect the paint. I looked for him for recommendations because I really don't know.
Sure.
Right? So what are you doing to the car, and tell me a little bit like what that's going to offer for me.
So initially we were just going to do the front clip and rockers. Oftentimes we call that like the driver's package.
Yep.
So it covers all the high impact areas that are prone to chips, scratches, you know, daily, you know, abuse. And then after looking at the cost compared to that and then doing the entire car, you opted to do the rest of the vehicle. And after we install the film, we're also going to ceramic coat it, so it's going to help it, you know, stay cleaner longer, easier to clean when you do clean it. You know, there's some areas and edges that can't be wrapped, so having the coating applied is going to help, you know, clean that, especially on a white car like you have.
Yeah, I mean, I got to say, like, looking at the work that's been done so far, where you're cutting the film,
yep,
it's like you almost can't even tell.
Sure.
And I understand that PPF is never going to be fully invisible,
yep,
right? If you look, you can see some edges, but I mean, especially, it's probably a lot of it's just because of the white, but where you guys are like trimming it, I couldn't believe it. I had to like look, I'm like, is this panel protected? And I was like, oh yeah, it is, at like, you know, real close inspection.
That's the goal. So, you know, we take off a lot of emblems, badges, trim, whatever we can, you know, that's simple, quick and easy to, you know, remove and safe.
Yep.
Try to hide the film where we can and then reinstall or reapply those things afterwards.
Yeah, it looks great. And I'm sure doing a car like the 5th generation GR Supra with all the edges is probably one of the more challenging vehicles to do.
Yeah.
You said something, you had to order special with film just because the clam is so big. Sure. For the hood. So
typically, you know, standard clear film comes in, you know, anything from a 6-inch roll to a 60-inch roll. There's a couple different sizes in between. It's not very often that we have to use a 72-inch roll, but more modern cars they're coming out with like this, you know, it's becoming a more common thing. Like Porsche Macans, we use them on big BMWs like X5s, so that hood is definitely oversized, large clamshell hood.
Nice. So. And tell me a little bit about the type of film that you're putting there. I told you I wanted gloss because I love the paint on there, but you can do what they call it frozen or matte.
Yep, we have XPEL Stealth. We're an XPEL dealer. We carry, you know, gloss paint protection film, matte paint protection film. There's a couple different thicknesses for different applications. So they have 1 mil is 1/1000th of an inch.
Yep.
I'm sure you know that with your background.
Sure.
So they have 7 mil thick film, which is really intended for interior surfaces, touch screens, piano black trim, things that don't see, you know, rocks and scratches, but that get, you know, swirled up and is unpleasant to the eye. They have 8 mil thick film, which is what's going on this. That's standard clear film across the board.
Yep.
And we also offer a 10 mil thick clear film, more designed for industrial purposes. Like, we've done a couple of trailers or big flat panels. You can do cars. Yeah. Especially that bumper, it doesn't stretch as easily.
I was just gonna say probably a little bit harder to work with that thickness.
It can be done. It's a little bit more expensive and a little more tricky. You can't get as good coverage sometimes. Yep. They have the Stealth and they have black PPF right now. Nice. So on your A-pillars, we put, you know, black PPF. Yep. So it looks better over time. If you put gloss paint protection film on, you know, gloss little black trim pieces that are on a lot of modern cars, over time they get tattered up and weathered. Yep. Just from the rocks, and having the black film on there makes it look better long term.
Gotcha. Awesome. I love that.
Absolutely.
And then as far as maintaining the PPF, right? Would you maintain it just as you would regular paint?
Pretty much. Regardless of having, you know, any sort of coating or film on the car, I wouldn't bring the car through a car wash.
Okay. I don't do that anyways. I always hand wash.
With the film, you know, you treat it pretty much just like your car. You want to be a little more cautious of, you know, edges that aren't wrapped. You don't want to go against the grain, if you will.
Sure.
You don't want to be super close and aggressive with the pressure washer. Yep. Pretty much, if you're going to treat the car, you know, like it's your baby, whether it's got film or not, it's pretty much the same, you know, maintenance schedule.
Gotcha. And then tell me a little bit about the ceramic coating, because that's something I've never done.
Really?
Never done ceramic coating.
So
I'm a traditional, you know, clay bar, polish, waxed sort of guy.
Sure. So the idea of the ceramic coating is it's more of a semi-permanent wax.
Yep.
None of the coatings, you know, are going to last a lifetime.
Of course.
But the better and longer, you know, you maintain it more often, the longer it's going to last. So it's going to make the car bead water, stay cleaner longer, easier to clean when you do clean it. You can dry it with an air dryer, as the guys are doing in there. So it's kind of makes for a more touchless, you know, maintenance for it.
Gotcha. And then it's this, I'm assuming it's the same thing for the wheels, because you're going to do you're going to ceramic coat the bolts.
Coat the paint, glass, door jambs, any plastics on the car, wheels, calipers, and we'll be ready to rock.
And now, do you apply that just like regular wax, or is there a more tailored process to it?
It's similar. The prep work is, you know, the most labor-intensive part. So the vehicle needs to be polished, clay bar, decontaminated, you know, prepped properly.
Even with the PPF on there?
All that gets done prior to installing the film. Yep. And once the film's on, you wipe it down with an alcohol solution, which removes any, you know, polish residues. Not that it would be on top of the film. Sure. More so for paint. Any oils from our hands touching the vehicle. Yep. Any soap residue that's left over from applying the PPF. And then you work panel by panel, and there's a little bit of a flash time to it, but it goes on similar to a wax.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Jimmy, thank you, man.
You got it.
And we're going to show you guys a little bit of the process and what he's been doing here, and I appreciate it.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
You got it.
All right, and we are back. Whole car is done. Jimmy, it looks amazing. Why don't you tell the folks that are watching, and a knucklehead like me who really, this is all new to me because I've never PPF'd a car before, some of the process that goes into it and what you guys did to the car.
Sure. So we installed XPEL Ultimate Plus on the entire vehicle. Yeah. These cars are a little bit more complicated than some, given the oversized clamshell hood.
There's a lot of lines going on here.
Very curvy front bumper. So all the gloss on the car, all the paint, received XPEL Ultimate Plus, which is their gloss paint protection film. Yep. All the matte accents on, you know, the front lip, the rockers, the diffuser, we installed XPEL Stealth. Okay. So it maintains that stealth, you know, matte finish without, you know, changing the look of it.
I can't even tell that it's wrapped.
Absolutely. That's the point of it. So it gives it the protection without changing the look. After that, we ceramic coated all the paint protection film, the glass, the door jambs, any, you know, little plastic bits on the car. Yeah. We pulled the wheels off, ceramic coated the wheels, the calipers. That's going to make the car, you know, stay cleaner longer, easier to clean when you do clean it.
Awesome.
On areas like the bumper, we will take off, you know, the front emblem if we can on vehicles. Delete parking sensors from the pre-cut templates if we're using a pre-cut template. You know, things like reflectors, and then we'll hand trim those out afterwards to get a cleaner, closer fit. When we're wrapping things like the hood, we'll take out these vents so we can wrap the film in there, especially a light color like white. You won't have, you know, an edge around the vent that's going to build dirt you know, have a tendency to lift over time. Things like door handles come out, so we can, you know, again, eliminate any seams or cutouts around a door handle, getting that clean, you know, custom seamless fit that you want with paint protection film. The trunk lid, we take the spoiler off, again, to eliminate having any seams or cutouts around the wing risers. Emblems on the back bumper come off and get installed after the paint protection film has been installed, and that'll make it so that you don't have any cutouts, pre-cut marks. Some vehicles will remove headlights, taillights. Anything we can do to get a cleaner, closer fit with the paint protection film, we'll do it.
And tell me a little bit more. You mentioned the black pillar. So this came with gloss black. There we go. Couldn't get it out.
Sure.
Gloss black pillars, and they were super swirled right out of the box.
Yep.
But those are those are covered now.
Correct.
And so, that's not clear. That's something else.
This is XPEL Ultimate Black, they call it.
Gotcha.
So a lot of modern cars, a lot of BMWs, things like that, come with gloss black pieces of trim. So what we do is we'll install gloss black PPF on it, so that over time it looks better for a longer period of time after getting nicked up with rocks.
Yep.
And it's a little bit quicker, easier to install, and
nice.
it maintains that finish over time.
It looks OEM. Like
Absolutely.
I can't even tell.
Gives it that luster, and we'll stay looking that nice.
Yeah, I mean everything is just like brilliantly shiny, and the pearl paint looks amazing.
Absolutely.
You guys did an awesome job.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Jimmy, Apex Auto Detailing in Portland, Connecticut. I would highly recommend.
Thank you.
What is up, guys and gals? I'm here at Apex Auto Detailing with Jimmy, and we want to let you know that we are going to be hosting a Cars and Coffee event Sunday, May 26th from 9 to 1 o'clock p.m. Everybody's free to come. We're going to have a nice, gentleman-like Cars and Coffee event where we can all share our passion and love for the automotive world. Hope to see you there.